Hi everyone, and welcome to week 12. Can you believe it? You've made it to week 12. Congratulations on all your hard work and dedication. So many of you are doing really well in the class, and I know it's a lot of work. And we're almost there. We just have a few weeks until the end of the semester. So let's get started with the final story project. So this is your last assignment in the class, and we're going to take a close look at when it's due in a minute. And we start talking about it so you can have a clear understanding of the expectations and the grading criteria now, so you can have the next few weeks to work on it. So again, this is the final story project. It's mandatory, so every student, whether online or face-to-face, has to complete this assignment, and if they don't, they will not pass the class. So that's why we're spending an entire week chatting about it before it's even close to being due. So just like every week, we have learning activities and graded activities. And these materials this week are learning about the project and also, as I mentioned, the specific grading criteria and my expectations, because I want all of you to do well. So my priority is to give you all the information that you need so that you can plan and organize and present your final story and get the best grade that you deserve. So as we click through the module, you're going to learn about what the final story project is and what are the different components. And one thing that you're going to see again and again, and you're going to use it in your assignments this week, is the grading rubric. So the grading rubric is exactly what I am looking for when I grade it. And this actually really helps you plan, because these are the criteria areas. So creativity and originality, purpose, career pathway, academic pathway, and finally interpersonal communication. And what we want to do is make sure that all of these criteria are met accomplished. So this describes what you can do. For example, for purpose, for you to get accomplished or full points, you just need to make sure you include all of these things in the bullet points. And so that way the grading will be really clear and you can use it for planning. And also here are the assignment guidelines and instructions. I recommend that you keep these handy as you start planning your assignment. So you're going to learn more about this, but just to introduce it to you, what you're doing is you're looking at your life from the vantage point of 8 to 10 years from now. So you are in a successful place in your life. What were the things that brought you there? What was your academic pathway? What was your career pathway? And there's a few different options in terms of how you want to complete your presentation. So the first option is a video of an oral presentation. So you orally presenting your story. Option 2 is a video of you presenting your story with a media source, such as Powtoon, iMovie. And the third option is just a PowerPoint presentation. Now this is really important. So no matter which presentation format you choose, you also need to have a complete script of your presentation and submit this as a separate file. So whether you do a video of an oral presentation, a video of you with multimedia, or a PowerPoint presentation, in order to receive full credit, you need a complete script of the presentation from top to bottom. Now, when you're planning and creating your final story, there's a document that you'll use that I'll show you in a minute, and then remember to keep referring to that rubric. So once you complete your project, you're going to also have that script. You're going to upload your video or your presentation slides along with a copy of your script. And then remember that this is worth 200 points, so it's really important that you start working on it now. And the grading activities this week align with the final story. So there's the planning document here, and these prompts are going to ask for detailed responses that you'll actually use to start planning your presentation. So this starts a lot of the hard work for you. And for the discussion, you're going to view a sample final story project. So you're going to watch it from start to finish. And in order to complete the discussion, you're going to download this copy of the rubric. And then you're going to use that rubric, just like I will, to evaluate this student, Jordan, based on your understanding of the grading. And then you're going to attach the rubric to the discussion board and then provide a brief explanation. So the two graded assignments this week are the planning document, which you will submit to me, and the discussion board. And these things I found really help students start planning and get organized in preparation for that final story. So that's week 12, and just to remind you here about the due date for the final story, as we scroll down, the final story project is due December 10th. So by December 10th at 11:59 p.m. we need to have your video link, your script, everything should be complete, and that's your final story. That's your final exam for this class. So again, what I just highlighted is due the 19th. Next week is Thanksgiving, so enjoy the time with your family and friends, and I hope you have some yummy food. As always, I'm here for anything you need, and I'm really looking forward to seeing your thoughts on the final story peer review this week, and especially seeing all of your final stories.